So, do you want to be part of a winning team? So whether you answered yes or no to that question, you are part of a winning team. You joined the Rising Stars Toastmasters Club. And as you can see from our banner back there, we've been President's Distinguished the last 3 years. And we're actually working on our 4th. We have a couple more people that need to finish Competent Communicator Awards, and we will be President's Distinguished again. Currently we are not Select Distinguished, what's the top?
Select.
Select?
Yeah, we have 7 points.
Yeah. So we're Select Distinguished, so we're already distinguished again. So we're already a winning team again, and we're going to hit that President's Distinguished for 4 consecutive years. But success doesn't happen by itself. Many people have probably heard the old saying that behind every great man is a great woman. Well, behind every great club is a great leadership team. So, this is the time of the year, as Fallon already mentioned, and Van's announcements, it's the time to hold elections for club officers. So, we are ramping up to seek out nominations for the club officer team. There is at least one opening. Van is term limited, so we are going to need a president. And depending on if he takes my role, because I am not going to come back as secretary of the club. So we have at least one position open, maybe 2 or more, depends on what the rest of the leadership team does. So you may ask, what is a leadership team? If you're new to the club, you might not know, but every week it's here on the side of your agenda. So we have a president, a vice president of education, a vice president of membership, vice president of public relations. We have a secretary, a treasurer, and a sergeant at arms. Now you may not know what all those roles do. We have a manual that we get every year that spells out the various duties. But we have one simple mission as a club leadership team, and that's to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So whether it's making sure we have a room, keeping club records, managing club funds, promoting the club, signing up new members, helping members with education goals, or just being the chief executive of the club, the leadership has a lot of responsibility. And there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, but if we didn't have a leadership team, we wouldn't have a club, we wouldn't have meetings, we wouldn't have all of the benefits of being in a Toastmasters club. So, what are some of the benefits of being on the leadership team? Well, it's available to all Toastmasters members, but there are additional leadership trainings twice a year in the summer and the winter. But if you're a part of the leadership team, you get to help us be a distinguished club. If we have 4 officers attend each of those trainings, we get points towards our distinguished club program. So you can help out the club that way if you're serving as an officer. If you don't have your competent communicator right now, how many of you are planning on getting your competent communicator? Can I have a show of hands? Okay. If you don't have your competent leader right now, are you planning on getting your competent leader? All right. That should be every Toastmasters goal, to at least one of those, and preferably both. Well, if you're planning to get your CC and your CL, if you're part of the leadership team, all you have to do is give 2 more speeches, and you're an advanced leader bronze, which is the next step in the leadership track of Toastmasters. Now, Jeff is a distinguished Toastmaster, which is the highest honor you can get as a Toastmaster. Now, if you want to reach that level, if you are motivated enough to go through both tracks and get there, you have to be, at least at some point, in a district leadership position. And one of the ways you get into a district leadership position is you have to be in a club leadership position. So if you want to move up in Toastmasters, if you have that goal of being the best you can be, being the best leader and speaker, at least that Toastmaster recognizes, then you need to serve as a club officer. And last but not least, it looks good on a resume. Here we are, an all-volunteer organization, an all-volunteer leadership team. Now you can put on your resume that you're a self-starter, but if you really want to show a plum, you can put on there that, look, I led an all-volunteer organization to maybe a president's distinguished level, which only 30% of the clubs get to. So if you want to put that on your resume, and if you're in a job interview and somebody says, well, what's your leadership skills? Look, I was this position in our Toastmasters club, and here's what we accomplished. It looks good. So, is there a leader in you? Ask yourself that question. And you bet there is. Now, leadership skills, they're like muscles. Everybody has them. They're there. It just depends on whether or not you've worked them or not. And if you know you have leadership skills and you want to work those leadership skills, then I suggest you put yourself forward and ask to be nominated to a club leadership position. So whether you're metaphorically the 90-pound weakling, or you're a former Mr. Universe who sat on the couch too long and let those leadership skills atrophy, you can step forward and meet some goals and work those muscles and join the club leadership team. And I guarantee it will be a rewarding and fulfilling experience. So if you want more information on what's next, you can contact Van. He's going to be heading up a committee to nominate new members, or the new leadership team. It's something we need to go through before we have club elections. So if you don't contact him, at least the nomination committees will contact all the members to find out who's interested. But it's a good experience. Speaking from, I had been on the leadership team since a couple months after I joined, so since 2011. And it's been a really great experience leading the club, seeing all the successes, meeting lots of new people, being involved in the greater Toastmasters community. It's a really good experience, and I suggest if you're not on the leadership team, seriously consider it. Thank you very much.